Hello and welcome back to another episode of EVE Online. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure to go back, watch the old videos, and like, comment, and subscribe below. That having been said, today what we're going to do is a little bit of space trucking. So in order to do that, we're going to have to leave our current position with the mining mission giver, go back to our primary system, retool, go get a ship for transport, so that we can find our mission giver for the transportation missions. So let's start by doing that and get ourselves in gear. Go personal assets, go to Durapant, set destination. Yes, this is listed here now, and the reason why that is a little earlier I came on and dropped what did I do? Oh, apparently I have a filament here. Thank you. I bought a pyrite, which is a mineral. Put one of them in here, and then it will show up in my inventory as my personal asset, so it will mark the station. So I don't have to worry about it. I can know this is the station I need to come back to. I can just go over here to the personal assets, right click, find it here to come back here if I want to do more missions for mining. That being that, we will undock and head into the depths of space. Ah yes, the pre-launch jitter.
Warp drive active.
Alright, we are on our way back to our home station. And you may note the name of the episode is Eastbound and Down. Some people may be thinking, hey, wait a minute, isn't that copyright? How can you get away with that? Well, you can't really copyright a title. The best you can do is trademark a title if it's a book, but you can only trademark it if it's a book series, because then it became a brand, according to Forbes. So, I'm good to go.
Warp drive active.
I am not a copyright attorney, but seeing as how it came from Forbes and they're a business company, I would assume their legal team took a look at that before they printed it. I guess that also applies to short phrases, titles for movies, things of that nature, because they didn't want to limit the freedom of speech under the First Amendment. It cuts away from dialogue. Always learning. And how we came to this title is really a throwback to the late 70s, early 80s. Anybody who's ever seen Smokey and the Bandit will know Jerry Reed, the person who played Snowman. And let's dock.
Warp drive active.
And the reason why we're going to dock here is so we can leave our ship, because we're going to have to buy another one. Now, wait a minute. How did we get the money? Well, that's easy. Remember, if I showed you a while back, we had some Plex. I actually put it on the market, and we were able to sell that. So now we have a little capital on hand. However, we're going to be broke again. So don't get your hopes up.
Permission requested.
I need to sell some more of this, though. Since I'm going to head to Doe-Dixie again, because Doe-Dixie being a trade hub, I'll probably put it for sale there. It'll sell quicker. Alright, so now that we're back here, we can close this out, and then we can exit our ship after I remove the filament into the item hanger. We will not be taking the shuttle. So let's go with leave ship. Let's take a brief look at the things going on here real quick. We have a screen that popped up and popped away. We completed our training in drone sharpshooting up to level 3. Drone avionics, energy grid upgrades. This is all good stuff to have. And this was the last time when we started to increase our standings with the mission giver for mining missions. So we've completed some skills. Take a brief look there while we're here because we're talking about it. Ooh, okay, so 38 days out. We only have 3 skills here, but each one of these skills is 9, 9, and 18 or 19 days. Keep in mind that we will have a maximum number of skill points that we can get as alpha, which I believe is capped at 5 million. Yeah, I believe it's 5 million. And I think it's double that, basically, if you use injectors. But that becomes incredibly costly. And there's no way we can afford it right now. So we should train our primary stuff up the best we can, get it to here. And in this last 20-day period, we're probably going to start looking at other things to add in. I know I want to get, and what I've been looking at, if you've been checking out the previous little clips in the last videos that I show for my little time lapses, gas mining, gas harvesting. So if we type in gas, and we will see here gas. Can't talk today. Gas cloud harvesting. However, any wild guesses as to how much this costs? That's right, 39 million ISK to buy 1 book to train that skill. And then we still have to train it. But I believe that only goes up to level 2. Yeah, level 2 as an alpha. And that's how you tell here. The grayed out dots are the ones that are allowed for alpha accounts. If you're an omega account, all of these will be available to you. I can get no gas decompression efficiency, which is interesting to note. But yeah, this will enable you to go out and do gas cloud harvesting, which is actually some of the best ISK you're probably going to make in the game for an alpha character. However, some might object with that because you run around, you go from spot to spot, there's a chance you're going to take damage. You're going to have to constantly be moving out of places. You can't hang around for too long. You might be able to get one load before you get attacked. You have to take off because you don't have the offensive capability. If you do start to hang around and you have the ability to fight off some stuff, you're going to have some kind of transport or storage area, which again can be tricky. So yeah, it's a good way to make money, but it can be something tricky. So I want to try and get a skill for that, but I'm going to need more capital to do it. And the best way for me to do that is to sell stuff in Doe Dixie. So here we are, and we are in our pod, our beautiful, gorgeous, sleek pod. And we are going to go to Doe Dixie, so we open up our regional map, not our market. Map and market to me look the same. It basically is pretty much, except it's turned upside down and not shaded. And we're going to type in the search bar, Doe Dixie. Doe. Alright, so which one was it? This is the assembly plant, I believe. Yeah, well, we can get there and figure it out, right? Pretty sure that's the one. Not very far away, but far enough. One jump can be too far if you take a jump in the wrong direction. So let's go. Blow me out the tube, Mr. Scott. I guess that was another option. Over here, we can approach this. I'm going to do something different. So I'm 8K away from this apparently abandoned rookie ship. Never dawned on me to take one. Which would make more sense than flying around in a pod, to be completely and totally commonsensical about it. The thing of it is, these are free. They give you more armor protection. They give you a better chance to survive if they do try to blow you up, because people will blow up your pod just because they want to see if you have any implants. If they kill you, they get benefit on the kill board for your implants. So let's see if I can. Oh, I can board the ship. All right, look at this. I did. Once I get to the station, I will be ditching the ship.
Warp drive active.
So yeah, apparently they've just been taking these ships here and throwing them outside the station. I've been meaning to go out and pick them up and bring them back in so I could decommission them, but there were a bunch of them out there the other day. 5 or so. It just clutters up space. And although that's, you know, not a horrible thing maybe, when you start to look at it from a game perspective, items that are having to be generated by your GPU are going to be taking away from, even minutely, your ability to produce a better quality image. So by reducing that, you're making things a little better for everybody.
Warp drive active.
Interesting how these ships function. We'll get into that maybe a little bit later.
Warp drive active.
Ernie! Every time I see that, I see a short little guy with a striped shirt and big fluffy hair from Sesame Street. Even though that is Ernie, I always think of Ernie playing, you know, very similar words. Yes, a giant Ernie in space. At least there's no Elmo. I once heard him referred to as a sop of a puppet. Elmo, that is.
Warp drive active.
Botane. These ships are actually quite big. You may think they're small, but they're not. The smallest shuttle, I think, is big. I mean, know that the Rifter is the size of a Boeing aircraft jetliner. And that is a relatively small ship. That's a little frigate. But once you realize, like I said, what's in them, it becomes a little more understandable. And some people may think these are rockets. These are not rockets. And that is not gas or, like, no. That's not propellant. coming out the back. That is photons. Light being reflected out of here. Because in here is a, what the heck was it called? Oh, a device called a peg, which is what enables warp flight. Well, it's not warp flight, it's hyperspace travel, but... So these are actually photon rockets. But they don't generate the heat you would think they do. I was reading an article on, I think it was Reddit, by an engineer, an aerospace engineer, who was like, the design of the Initron V, or Itron V, is the, or 5 is flawed because the middle of the ship has rockets, and it would cook the cargo bay. But that is, I think, because he didn't understand that these are not actually generating a terribly huge amount of heat, which is easily dispersed into space. This is a light effect. Because of the device known as the peg, which I can get into in a little bit once we get done with the stuff in the station. If you've ever wondered why it is you bounce off ships and asteroids, that's because of your peg. I have arrived. The party may begin.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright. We are at the wonderful station, and I think 141 people, 143... Pretty sure this is... Yeah. So let's go with the regional market. After that, we will open up our fitting settings, because we're going to need to get a fitting setting in order to determine what it is that we want. We want to get an Iteron B, which is this ship here. We're going to go with the industrial hauler. We're going to take a look at the fitting, which is going to put it in this little window here, and then we can close this. That's the market. We can minimize that for now. So this is our ship fitting, the one we're going to be trying to get today. And it may not look like much, but this is probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 million-isk. Maybe a little more, depending upon market prices. So, as the title says, there are 3 fundamental things that you're going to want to get when you're looking at a high-sec hauler. Must-have items are a tank. You're going to want to have at least some kind of tank on your ship. So that's shield extenders, multi-spectrum shield hardener, damage control. The second thing you're going to want to have is a warp core stabilizer, which is going to, if they hit you with a web fire, not a web fire, but a warp core jammer destabilizer, this will help stabilize your warp core so that you can actually warp away. Not necessarily all the time, but it is better than not having it, and it's an essential thing that you have. You really should have it. Otherwise, you're going to get essentially blown out of space. You're going to want to have the ability to, well, expand your cargo, because you want to have a larger cargo hold, but not too much, but you want to have defense. So, medium core field defense extender. So, your tank, your stabilizer, and your cargo hold. I think I put on here a inertial stabilizer. So this inertial stabilizer is helping you turn your ship quicker. So when you're first getting off a gate, you can move faster toward what it is because these ships are slow. And even with that, we're probably still looking somewhere in the neighborhood of a 10-second align time. So 10-second align time. Guessing, okay, shields on. That's running. Course stable. 10.38 seconds. So from a flat out stop coming off the gate to align to the next warp point before you can warp out, it's going to take you about 10.5 seconds. Might not seem like a long time. It's an eternity. Not as bad as some larger ships, but pretty slow. So that's why this becomes essential. Damage control, that reduces, as you can see, the shield damage, increases the shield damage resistance by 7.5% for your shields, 10% for your armors, and 30% for your hulls. So it'll make you last a little longer. The idea is you're going to have to try and survive long enough for Concord to come there and save you. Probably aren't going to make it, especially if they want you bad enough. They're going to blow you up and take your cargo. But yeah, not a horrible fit. Not the best I've ever seen, but the one we're going to be going with today. So, since we got the fitting, it's in this little window. We can click buy, and then it will populate a list for us. Was I right or what? 6.6 million. 6.6458 million, actually. And all of the items are available. Awesome. So let's go pour. Ta-da! We're down to 3 million. Alright. Opening back up our ship fitting section, which I just shut because why not? Charges, modules, hardware. Alright, so here's our little ship fitting window. First thing we're going to need to do is open up our... It's already open. It is open. Ship hangar. You will see that it is now unassembled hauler. First thing we need to do is assemble it. It's now assembled. We take that, we then make it active, which means we get into it. And now that we're into it, it'll open up that window. Here, and since we already purchased all of these items by clicking that buy feature, which then listed it all off and put it into our main item hanger today. I cannot talk. I'm sorry. It put it right here in our item hanger. From here, the system will actually automatically put it all in if we click this button. See? Pretty cool, huh? So, all of our stuff has been fitted. If I was to sell this thing now, it's worth 5.8 million, even though I paid more than that. Isn't that the way it works? You get the keys to the car, you drive it 10 feet on the lot, and depreciates by like, what, 25%? Alright. So we have our shield extenders. We have our multi-spectrum shield hardener, which increases our resistances by 26% across the board. So if we were to simulate this with the shield hardeners rolling and our jammer, which is going to increase our warp core stability so we can get away, we're still stable. We aren't going to use hardly any of our power, which means we could run this continually. So our effective hit points would be 11,119. You may think that's a lot. It is not when you get some of these high damage output ships like Catalyst. You get 2 or 3 of them could probably wipe you out before Concord can get there, but they're expecting to lose their ship, so if you're holding something in excess of maybe 5 million, 6 million on a ship like this, they will probably blow you up and take your stuff if they're really on the edge. So, yeah. It should be done ideally with 2 ships, but we only have 1 account that we're using. So, I could have gone with an afterburner. And what that would do is allow me to use the warp alignment trick. And what that is you run it for 1 cycle, and then it'll snap to your warp point quicker, and you can warp off faster. In fact, I wonder, there's a possibility. Let me check. Back with the fitting. And I think we might be able to go with a 10 MN afterburner. It's only 59 grand. So let's go market view. 15 in station. Buy one. We'll buy one. Alright. So we have one, but that's currently sitting in our station. Right here. So now, in order to get that in here, we're going to have to sacrifice some of our shield. So we can drag this down to our ship hold and drop it. Put 10 in here, which is the size of the module. So it's on your ship, it's just in your cargo hold. But we are in a simulation because I forgot to, let's remove all that. Exit the simulation. Sure want to exit? Yeah, yes, I want to exit simulation. So let's drag this down here. Now you'll see there's 10 there, and this is empty. And I can continue like I am actually thinking today. We take this, we click, and fit to active ship. It puts it right in this spot. Now our effective speed, we simulate this. We are no longer stable. It will only run before we run out of power for 2.33 seconds. Or 2 minutes 33 seconds, not 2.33 seconds. But our speed doubles, essentially. You may think 200 is fast. It is not. But then the purpose of this is not to actually make us go quicker, although that will help save your life, potentially, if you align back to a gate, and you can get to the gate, and you haven't shot your enemy, and you're not flagged, and you can't jump. It'll help you get through that gate so that they can't attack you. Because they will be flagged, and they can't go through the gate. Alright, so we'll leave that on there so I can show you the warp trick. So I've decreased my overall effective hit points, which I probably should have pointed out. Come on, there we go. See, we're down to 7,000, actually, no. 8,792 for 2 minutes. You'll probably be dead way before 2 minutes. But, yeah. So, we chopped off 3 grand, somewhere there. Okay, we are also trying to sell some Plex. So, let's sell Plex for ISK. Check the market. Market prices for ISK are 5.8, 5.195. Wow, prices went up again. That's not a bad deal. So somewhere between this price and that price, let's go with 5.125. Okay, so we go here. 5.125. 5,125,000. And that will cost me 2.43 million, but I will gain 82.34 or 379,250 million, which is 82,379,250 for those of you who speak the English. Wow. What a day today. If I'm a bit out of it, I have been sick for a while, which is probably what you're hearing in my voice if you're not picking that up right away. But, yeah, I took a quick trip to the hospital the other day. Excuse that. Nothing more obnoxious than drinking something on a mic. Alright. So let's do that. Let's just go off the chain. And we're going to sell all of them. So sell them all. Not yet, but hopefully we will. That'll set us up a little bit better for the future. And if we do that, we can actually afford the 39 million for our gas huffing, which is what we call gas harvesting in the game. That seems a little... yeah. Alright. So the next thing we would need to do is determine where our air the agency. Agent submissions. Career agents. Trying to see who is where. Looks like it's the industrialist one. That's another one. Looks like we're going to Calais anyway. So we'll set a destination for there. Figure out exactly which one it is we need when we get there. Not going to be Soldier of Fortune, Explorer. I doubt it's Industrialist. It's definitely not Enforcer. So my guess is it's probably going to be this guy. He looks like the transport type. And then we can close that. So since we're already... we should have a route engaged. We right-click our ship to insure it. Cost 252,416.4 to get the maximum amount out of this. I am going to do that because this is an expensive ship. It'll take a little bit of the sting out if I get blown up. And we went from 9 million to 256,000. But look at our ship. This will be our next renaming. So if you want to, feel free to drop a name suggestion in the comments below. Person will be determined at random, and we will rename this ship in the typical fashion of this channel. Not the prettiest of ships. Looks like it's wearing a gas mask. But yeah, let the pain begin. That's bad. Click this once.
active.
Shut it off. That is the warp alignment trick. Although you should not have done it when it came out of a ship. Yeah, see, that's why I messed up. I messed up because you don't usually do that coming out of a station. At least I don't. It doesn't seem to work right. And it doesn't appear to have worked right. So here goes our little ship. Well, not so little ship. What is our cargo hold? Current cargo hold is 12,086.1. That is pretty big. It's a lot of cargo. And I'm hauling one medium shield extender with a current value of 31 grand. Yeah, this is what he was talking about right here, cooking this part of the ship. And it's not, because these aren't actually throwing off heat, they're throwing off light. I mean, there may be some heat, but it's not anywhere near like a liquid fuel rocket.
Warp drive active.
Cycle 1, shut it off. Now when it hits the end of this cycle, it'll automatically jump into warp. So watch when this hits the bottom, this go boom. See? And I'll show you at the next gate because we're getting farther away from the trade hub here. At the next gate I won't use one, and you'll see how long it takes to warp out. Man, oh man. Talk about obnoxious today. My health. I mean... We did post a poll, if you take a look in the community section. I'd appreciate it if you felt free to, if you want to, feel free to engage in the poll. Pick whatever you want. Let me know how I'm doing. And off to our next one. We're going to do a regular jump.
Warp drive active.
So here is a typical jump gate time to warp. Eternity. They're not fast in space, and they're not fast in hyperspace. In fact, our hyperspace velocity is 3 AU. So, I mean, that is quick, yes, but it's not anywhere near frigate speed. Did somebody buy that already? No, I posted it. Saw that light, I was like, what the heck? So here is the same alignment speed. Okay, we're going to take a look at the alignment to the gate. It's going to align to this gate. And we're going to use the warp trick. I want to rearrange some of this. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to align to using the jump button. You click jump, you're going to hit this next, and then we'll shut it off right away. So, jump 2,
Warp drive
one
active.
cycle, turn it off. Now as soon as this gets down here, that bar here is going to jump. And it's a lot quicker. And it can save your ship. So learn how to do it. You find your align vector. You jump. Launch one cycle of your afterburner. Shut it off. And when that clocks down, your jump bar will jump forward. Unless you get bumped. If you get bumped, that throws you off your trajectory. which is going to make you not jump out.
Warp drive active.
Yes, there is a quicker way of doing that realigning of the camera thing. The only reason I do that is so that you can have a little something more visually dynamic to look at. But if I was over here and I wanted to realign the camera, just hit this button, camera orbit, puts you right behind your ship. So we are one jump out. Next jump will be into Calais, I believe. I'm being followed by a Dominic's. Alright. So here's our station. Why am I in this? Wait. Why am I supposed to be here? Hang on one second. Something seems I may have clicked the wrong one. In current system. Now we have just ventures here. So this is actually not because the gate is keeping you cloaked. Yeah, you go in there.
Warp drive active.
That Talos could blow me out of the air instantly. I think that. Pretty sure Talos could. I may be mistaken. Maybe I mistook that for another ship. That Talos was a T3 cruiser. I might be wrong. It may have been nothing. Oh yeah, I must be in the right spot. I got a lot of other transports here. Wait a minute, these are just sitting in space? Oh, that's not bait.
Accepted.
Yeah, that's gotta be bait. I wonder. This is the way we blow ourselves up, blow ourselves up. Yep, nope, dock.
Docking permission requested.
No, Talos. Talos is a transport ship. Yes, I was running scared from... I was running scared from a transport. My bad. Oh, those are thousands of them. Sitting at a place I don't want to be. I'm gonna go dock. Dock.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Yeah, no. Might have been a good idea, but no. Alright, back into your ship. Ah, too quick. Gotta try. Alright, we are back inside of our ship. And let's see what he has to talk about. Start a conversation. Yeah. Okay. So this is the guy. I was right. He looks like the transport type. Is that really a pompadour? Anyway. He has offered me a job delivering data sheets. The reward for which will be 250 grand and 226 grand. So yeah, we're going to be taking this. And this is probably time dependent. So we'll accept this. And we will close this. In the item hangar, we will find our data sheets, which we need to transport to our ship. We now have data sheets in our ship. We're going to keep on this. We're going to put our item for our medium extender in our item hangar for now, because I think speed will be more beneficial for us at this point than the extra armor, because this is an area where people do these kind of missions. Doesn't necessarily mean it's safer, trust me. They know these ships are slow. Alright, so it's in there. We're good to go. We can now undock. But make sure that you grab the item, like it had that little item hanger flashing. It means check your item hanger. Didn't used to do that. This is where we're... What did I... No, I do not want to ever see these freight containers, thank you. And we want to set our destination so that we can warp out of here.
Warp drive active.
Cycle our burner, shut off our burner. Yeah, I bounced off the station, things are not going to go right. Okay, why did I not just crash into that station? And the reason is the peg. Peg is basically 6 giant rocks, well they look like rocks, inside of your ship that are basically perpetual energy engines. And they work in conjunction with a couple of other components in your ship, which eventually feed into your capacitor. And the larger the peg is, the more of a hole it punctures into the subspace, which enables you to regenerate your ship capacitor faster. So you're pulling energy from hyperspace into your peg, through your peg, into your capacitor. And now, when you're connected to the peg, what happens is...
Warp drive active.
It stabilizes your ship and anchors it in space. So you're not floating all over randomly like an asteroid, because it basically pegs you to the floor of normal space. Now there's a YouTube video out there where that actually shows what's going on, because the Stargate lets out a pulse, which then threw all of the pegs offline for the ships at the gate. They start to then tumble and crash into stuff. And that's because the peg went offline. But pegs basically create an envelope around the outside of your ship, which stop you from crashing into things. Like right now we could fly through a planet, because technically it doesn't exist. We basically generate enough energy to drop down into subspace to go to like a space between deep subspace and normal space. So we like slip stream and then pop back up like a submarine. It's like kind of like why they call it submarines in space. And we have arrived at this area, and we want to start a conversation, and we want to complete the mission. And we are now 430,000 richer. As you can see, your ability to generate income by doing hauling missions can be substantially more than mining. You are also increasing the amount of risk that you're going to lose your ship. Because mining is one thing. You have a faster ship, the ability to get away. You have more of a situational area, like a buffer zone, to see what's going on. When you're in a freighter, you're going from one gate to the next, and you're like in this micro environment. And if they're waiting in one of those little choke points, because you got to go through these choke points, they're waiting. They will hit you. That's request a mission. This should be interesting. Well, that was an interesting little conversation that I cut you out of, the majority of. A new player started recently playing, had a bunch of questions. I didn't want to leave him hanging, so I cut that section out, if you're wondering what was going on there. Now I have to try and recall where I was. Oh yes, we were over here. We just talked to our agent who wanted to offer us another black box delivery to this system 2 jumps away, and I will receive a venture and 208 grand as a result. I think I will accept that. I need to go back to him. Okay, so I need to go to there. Let's go undock. Shouldn't have anything in my inventory. Nothing. Okay. Well, I apologize for that brief delay, and it will be even more brief for you, but it was actually like a 15-minute conversation, which was great. I don't mind helping people out, especially if you're a new player. But when you drug your feet all week because you weren't feeling well, and you're trying to crank out a video in 4 hours, and you have to do 3 hours of editing, and then of course there's an hour of processing, it's all my fault. But you know, people get sick. So let's go get our black box quest. See what happened? I think it has to do with the magnetics of the station, or these stations are anchored. So I'm wondering if the peg for the station isn't interfering with the peg of the ship, which throws it off a little bit when it comes out. You can find out a lot of the mechanics of how these ships function in a book called The Frigates of Eve. Interesting little book. It's got all kinds of interesting little details, like the peg. These are police spaceships, the blue ones.
Warp drive active.
But yeah, I'm a nice guy there. I had a bunch of questions, didn't know how to go about doing some of the mission stuff. Did some shameless self-promotion, and yeah, I think I sent him in the right direction. So we are back here. pick up
Docking
our
permission
black
requested.
box
Docking
mission.
request accepted.
Interesting little spin down on that ship's engine. I love some of these engine noises. Of course, who doesn't like an engine sound? Unless you're recording, in which case, please stop revving your engine. Alright, so we're here. I was offered this. I want to accept this. Continue. Are you telling me to put on a gun? Oh, is that all? I just gotta go out there. So in my inventory now, I should have civilian suit, active ship.
Insufficient power.
Of course I have insufficient power. These things happen. And I am lacking this power because I have this module right here. So put that in here. We will go to our inventory again. We'll grab our medium shield extender and put that back on. I do not think there is a weapon module here. Why the heck? There's going to be combat, is what they're saying. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to fly in, and we are going to try to grab this black box.
Available on holophone for the first time. Watch these Gmail cultural classics performed by the legendary Lesotho Opera Company.
I wonder if it'll give me a quest if I don't kill him. Alright, so let's look at... You borrowed my Corvette. Wait, I don't have a Corvette. It's a free ship. So what I'm going to do here, instead of buying a gun, is I am going to look at the fitting. Yes, I know. But I want this. And I want to put that into there, but I can't.
There is already something in that location.
Yes, there is. Very, very astute of you. Put that into my ship hold. Now here, what I'm going to do, it's a horrible thing to do. Go into my inventory again. And board this ship. This is going to go to the trash can. So, this ship, trash it. Do I want to trash that ship? Yes. I have these two things here, and I want to fit this. Did not go over my power because it is a civilian gun. Now let me take a look at my fitting and see just how horrible I am with this. Can I put that online? I can? Okay, so this ship is now fitted with a really pathetic amount of DPS at 3.7. Some tank. Okay, let's throw ourselves against the wall and see if we stick. Horrible idea, by the way. Forgot about these combat type missions. Alright. So we've accepted this, we've completed that, we have a thingy-madoodle. We're setting our destination and we're undocking. We are going into the thick of combat in a transport ship. Why? Because we're the best of the best of the bottom of the barrel, baby. Okay. Wow, that's a whole lot of I don't want to see it. Jump.
Warp drive active.
Vitinin? Vitinin. We'll call it Vit. Hi, what's your name? Vitinin. Right now that I've insulted everybody in Iceland. Probably means something like bright kitten or fluffy rabbit. Or it could mean if you can't read this, you're an idiot. Self-depreciating humor. Always fun. Three jumps out from where I need to be. Oh, we are not going to be jumping quick. That's right, I had to take off my module for that.
Warp drive active.
Wow, that's going to be... Hope I don't need to get out of that system in a hurry. Are we still stable? That says we're stable. That says we're stable. Cool. Which means I can turn on everything if I need to. And I'll be able to not have to worry about power so much. So much, but you always worry about power. I'm falling down the hole. Help me, help me. Okay, we're good.
Warp drive active.
I read that as keratin, but there's no A. So keratin. And I start to think of the cantina. No fights, no fights. Okay. Ah, my arm! I lost my arm! Ooh, pretty ice planet. That was a I'm flying a fritter squirrel moment. Brought to you by the best. Otto. We are here. Let's warp to the site. And we are going to prepare by turning on our multispectral shield, Ardner. Because we're going to need it. Oh, we are also not going to be warping quickly to anything once we land, so it means we gotta go there. We have to get within range of this, which is 5,000 meters, which is right off the ship. Gun range here is gonna be 7 grand. Yeah, that's fall off. So yeah, we're more like a stable weapons platform with really crummy guns and ability to dismantle a ship from close range. Oh look, an acceleration gate. These are kind of like little gates that go to, like, private subspace. I think it's called dead space. Activate the gate. Why are we not activating the gate? I want to go through the gate now. Where is my... oh, there. There we go. Kind of like a little little accelerator gate. Well, that's exactly what it is. It accelerates you to get you into a little further off the grid where the main warp point gates don't go. Look at it as like bypass. Some places would call this a game instance. That's where I want to go. I want to approach that. As I'm approaching that, he's going to want to lock me, and I am going to have a horrible time locking him, because I am not a locky ship. This could hurt. I have 3 Serpentes to destroy in here. He's 12 out, and I still haven't locked him. Yeah, don't tell me to do that. I already know. Do I want to orbit it? No, I want to go for the thingy with the ship so that I can mine the ship. Can I lock 2 things? Wow, look at that time. So what are we talking about here? Like 30 plus or 60 second plus lock time? That's absolutely horrible. This is not a combat ship. Yeah, well, I grew a beard while I was waiting for him to lock me. And I am not going to be orbiting this ship. Yeah, sure, I'll proceed with a dangerous act. Am I shooting a civilian transport ship? No! Not the ship I want to shoot. I want to shoot that ship. Oh no. I'm gonna die. Concord coming to kill me? They might. I targeted the wrong ship. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Destination. I thought for sure Concord was going to show up because I shot a... That's why it gave me the warning. Always pay attention. Wow, that's a rookie error. Uh-oh. And now this is what happens. You get hung up on stuff. Stop. Stop. Just stop. Oh, this is a disaster. Everything that you shouldn't do is everything that I just did.
Warp drive active.
Come on, three quarter, so I can warp out of here. There we go. Wow, my apologies to all for how not to do them. Well, actually, that's a great example of what you should not do. So what did we learn? Don't do that. Yeah. Always confirm your target. I had the wrong one clicked at the top and I blew up the wrong ship, and fortunately it wasn't the transport. I must have blown up some other escort shipwreck, but I got lucky. This little green dot, that's your safety. It's there for a reason, to help you with not making dumb decisions like I did. And you can change it.
Map drive
So it'll help you from actions that will give you suspect, criminal, or reputation status bonus damage. If you take this to yellow, it will do a... That's more like null sec, not null sec, but low sec security. If you go out to null, that would be down here. So let's go over here, we confirm. I don't even know if it'll let me do that. Alpha clones are prevented from disabling their safety. Okay, I can only go to yellow as an alpha. But you can completely shut it off so you can make every stupid decision on the planet. That usually happens out in nullsec. I know, I've made plenty of very dumb decisions in nullsec.
drive active.
Let's attack a carrier and a frigate. Oh, that was brilliant. Of course we won. Oh, me and a whole lot of other frigates. I think we had some cruisers show up for that too, but it was mostly frigates. A lot of frigates. Hundreds of frigates. Frigates everywhere. Hello, University of Calais. 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 Anybody else have the horrible ability to not read names that they really don't know? I have to hear it pronounced usually once before I get it right.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
So these are your basic transport quests. And now we go here. We talk to the man. We complete the mission. He gives us our moolah. We also got a ship in our hangar, which we could fit in our ship because we have a big ship. As you see, even with another frigate, unassembled frigate in there, we still got some room. I wonder if we should try one more. Let's do one more. Let's request a mission. Mine ore. You're gonna give me an item miner. Okay, so I can swap that out. So I'm going to mine ore. Can be done. Yes, I realize there's no thank you. You are such a useful artificial intelligence. Whatever shall I do without you? You brilliant machine. Put that there, click this here. Okay, so we're going to take off our weapon. Actually, let's go here and we'll take the weapon and we will put it into our item hanger so we have something here. Alright, so we have that here. Now we are going to go mine ore. So we need to put the item from the hangar, which is our miner, and we need to fit it to our ship. Need to shut that off. We need to make sure everything's all together on. And I might regret this.
Insufficient power.
Yeah, I thought so. Put that back there. You know, you had to try. We don't want to. Oh, shield.
See something strange? Is a neighbor acting unusually?
Alright. So now we know we can't do that with anything else in this other high slot as long as we're running a salvager. Why do I have a salvager? I'm mining. Salvager in there. Put this in there. Grab this. Fit this.
Insufficient power.
Yeah, still. Fine. Fine. Be that way. Nobody likes you anyway. Your mother smells of elderberries. Alright. We have this. What do we got here? I got added by a contact by the last gentleman who talked to me, which is nice. I got a positive contact, which is nice. You can also turn that notification off if you ever send or add somebody to your watch list or whatnot. But yeah, as you see, increases your standings also. Now we're done there. I have to fit a weapon? Are you kidding me? Yeah. Okay. Can I do this? We don't have the turrets.
There is already something in that location.
Might need turrets.
Do you have what it takes to shape the future? Then Federation fleets want you in command.
I don't want to fit a weapon. Will you let me undock? Yes, you will let me undock. But what is this? Transmission. Yeah. My current ship is just it's a freighter. Well, not a freighter. It's a transport ship.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
What's the sound of a What's the sound of a freighter with a mining laser? Ah, you really? Okay, fine. You're gonna make me do this? Really? Really? You're gonna make me use that ship? Okay, let's put this here in there. I can't. Do it the right way. Drag it to your item hanger. Alright. Go to ship hanger. Right click on venture. Assemble ship. Go to venture. Right click. Make active. Go to here, because didn't we have it in there, or was it down here? No, it's right there. So we're going to make fit to active ship. We're going to go to actually, where was show and fitting window? Open fitting window. View in fitting window. Fine, I will do it the long way. Be quiet. We will make this ship active so that we can open the fitting window. Yes, Aura, thank you very much. I need to take this off of here, and I need to put it into the item hanger here so that I can close this window, so that I can go back into here, right click there, and make it active. Now, if I make this ship active, I should have all of the gobbledygook you need. Don't I have a mining laser? Didn't I put that on? I might not have put it on. Wow, I'm having issues today. No, I guess I didn't put it on. Where did I put that? Item hanger? No. Ship hanger? Probably still in my ship. Yep. Get this to activate. There. Now we should be good. Do we have everything we need now? Can we leave? Are we good to go? I did fit a mining laser. Do you not see the mining laser? Let's close it. Open this. Are you... You're messing with me intentionally. I know you are. That's a salvager. Oy. Okay. What did I do with my... Ship hanger, item hanger, nothing there, which means it must be in this ship. I didn't leave it on that ship.
Are you ready to lead the way? Do you have what it
And
takes
me
to
another
show
warning.
the future? Then Federation fleets want you in command.
Thank you. Oh, what would I do without you popping up? There we go. That's what I meant to strip off there. Put that into item hanger. Close this. Item hanger goes to there, put to ship. Yay! Maybe perhaps now we're good to go. If I click on... Thank you. Are we not good yet? Oh, it's because I'm on the wrong ship. You ever have a bad game day? Okay. Yeah, thank you. Gatling gun, let's put that in here. It is a civilian Gatling gun. Do I need a salvager? No, I do not need a salvager. Why am I having such a hard time doing this simple task today? What the heck? Okay, I did drag it off here. I'm not insane. I did drop it in there, and it is registered in there. I close this, and that's why. Last time I did it, I put it back on the ship I was on, which was not the ship that I want to be on. So I reinstalled it back to the ship that... Oh boy. Let's fit to active ship, which is my venture. And now we can undock because we got all the stuff that we need. Oi, my apologies. My brain not being good to me today. Warp to the site.
Warp drive active.
The thing is, after this, I gotta unfit everything so that I can strip it all down and repack this ship, which is uninsured and unnamed, flying around in space. It's been a while since I've done this, obviously, but as you see, that's what we want to mine. Approach that, lock it, and mine it, mine it. Yes, I know, capacitor, blah blah blah. Has something to do with this weird place that I'm in, probably. Go stop. Wow, that's unpleasant. What the heck just exploded down there? Do I want to? You want me to orbit that asteroid? I'll click the button, but I am against it. Dock. Or something goes wherever you
Warp
want.
drive active.
Hey, showed up just in time for me to leave. That mission took all of maybe, what, 30 seconds? Why am I looking at...
Docking request accepted.
Remove the freight container. Thank you very much.
Commuters are advised, protests are currently disrupting promenade traffic. Visit the promenade to witness our democracy in action.
Okay, so we were supposed to reprocess that, which we did. And now we can start our conversation with our gentleman. We can complete our mission. We can get our stuff, which was 215 grand. So yeah, it was worth it. 30-second mission if I hadn't taken half an hour to turn on my ship systems. All right, and for now, I think that is going to be what we do here. You offered me a mission? And delay it.
From asteroids to ice, we bring
Okay.
the finest resources to your station. Astral Mining Incorporated.
I just delayed it,
Resources
I
you
believe.
possess.
We can close this. They got their stuff. We should have one thing. I got resource processing. Inject skill. And I got titanium. Do I have to deliver that? No, you're gonna give me a
Trust the Master Luminaire, dedicated to the future of Federation businesses.
yeah. Oh yeah, I click delay. Sure, we'll track it. Close it. And we'll minimize this for now. So we'll come back to that. Get the titanium and the ore thingy. We're good to go there. We have this ship, which we're going to leave intact for now. We're going to go back to our Iteron V, or 5. Thank you for showing up today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I appreciate you for coming by and suffering through my brain's inability to do even simple things. We learned what not to do, what to do, and 3 fundamental things that you need to have in order to make a transport kit work. If you don't have those 3, you're not going to go very far with a transport. You're going to need the ability to stop from getting blocked when you're trying to warp away. That's what that warp stabilizers for. You're going to need your cargo expanders to make your cargo hold a little bit bigger, although that's kind of an option. I would prefer you put in inertial stabilizers, kind of an afterthought to increase or decrease the amount of time it takes you to get off the gate. As you saw, it can take quite a while. You can remove one of these, put in a large or medium-sized afterburner, which will help you get that warp alignment trick, which we learned earlier. These are cargo hold optimizations to make your cargo hold just a bit bigger. And of course, you want to core field this extender in order to not die instantly. Always fly with a damage control if you can, and hardeners are always a nice thing to have. This is a pretty good fit. I like the fit. Like a good pasta. Like a pasta. So anyway, remember, no matter where you go, there you are. Come back, check out the videos. Everybody likes the videos. You like the videos, right? Anyway, make sure to vote in the poll, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.